Japan does not believe in counter space, apparently, because in the bathroom there's also literally no counter space. It's just a humongous sink. Good Saturday morning to you. It is October 12th, around 11 a.m., the start of a new reading vlog. Where we left off with the previous reading vlog, I was about halfway through Nevernight, had just finished Little Fires Everywhere and Sadie. I've decided to take a little break from Nevernight, and I'm going to be reading this beauty instead. It's a short, I don't want to say short, but around 380 pages, but there is not a lot of text on each page, so I feel like I can get through it rather quickly. And it's a paperback, so it's nice and portable, and also it's just so stinking beautiful, is it not? Like, love it. Hoping for something a little bit lighter in comparison with Nevernight. And I have started listening to a new audiobook, The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stephenie Meyer wrote Twilight, and so she's not really respected, I guess, in the writing community. You know, I read The Host by her, and I actually liked it. It was a very long book. I also liked the Host movie. I'm not sure what that says about my taste, but I did like the movie and the book. And Twilight, the Twilight saga will always have a dear place in my heart. So this year I reread the first book of Twilight, and I've read it countless times. And like, I know it's bad. I know it's a bad book, but just the nostalgia of it, I don't know, it just, I wasn't even young the first time I read Twilight. I was in my, I don't really want to say my age on here, but I was an adult. Technically an adult the first time I read Twilight. I feel like Stephenie Meyer gets a really bad rap, and it's not fully deserved, is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna give The Chemist a fair shot. I'm 10% of the way through it. Again, listening to it through Libby, which if you don't have Libby, I highly recommend that you download it, especially if you're living in America. All you have to do is go to a library, get a library card, install the Libby app, and boom, you can listen to audiobooks anytime. It's so convenient. I do not know what I would do without the Libby app. And this is not sponsored, so if Libby wanted to sponsor me, I'd be all for it, but pretty sure you have to have a few more subscribers than I have at the moment to be sponsored. But I am 10% of the way through The Chemist. It's extremely long, like a 17-hour audiobook, and the narrator talks pretty fast, so I can only listen to it on 1.25 speed. 1.5 speed is just too fast. So I'll play you a snippet.
Oklahoma, in the name of Frederica Noble. She received notification of this new account in an unmarked envelope placed in a copy of extranodal lymphomas at the county library.
Yeah, so if I were to try to listen to that any faster, I don't think I would be able to comprehend it. So I'm going to get going to the city. It is beautiful and a little bit windy outside, but it's nice and cool. It's windy because there's like a crazy typhoon attacking the eastern part of Japan. And where I live, we are supposed to be safe from the typhoon, but apparently this typhoon is record-breaking in how big it is and how strong it is. So I have friends that live all over Japan, so obviously I'm worried about them, particularly my friend who lives in Tokyo and is also a hedgehog mom. I'm hoping that her and her hedgehog are gonna be okay. Yeah, I just hope everyone's gonna be okay. I hope they don't lose power. I hope there are no deaths, but especially in a country like Japan. So when there are typhoons in my area, they will cancel school for the students, but the teachers still have to go. If we want to stay home, we have to use vacation days. So they expect us to be at work even if there's a typhoon. And you know, when people go outside during typhoons, hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, they get injured. People die. Maybe last year, was it? There was a little girl walking to school and a wall fell on her and killed her. My friend was saying that her boyfriend is still expected to go into work, even though, like I said, this is a record-breaking typhoon. And it's just like, Japan, can you... I don't know if you know of the concept of karoshi, which means death by overwork. And that is a concept that exists in Japan. We don't have that in America. I just think that when there is a natural disaster of such epic proportions, that maybe you could let your employees stay home so that they don't die. I don't know. I just think Japan needs to reevaluate its priorities. I'm going to get going. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I hate the city, but I have to go there every Saturday for my Japanese lesson. It takes me about an hour to get there, an hour to get back. But I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna get a Starbucks because treat yourself. There is no Starbucks in my town or anywhere close to me. The closest Starbucks is like a 25-minute drive. I earned it, damn it. I'm gonna have a Starbucks and a scone or a muffin. I don't know why that was so aggressive, but hope you guys are having a good weekend. That's all I'm gonna say. And I will catch up with you in the next day or two. Good morning. It is Sunday, October 13th, around 11 a.m. I feel kind of blah today. The latte and pumpkin t-shirt is helping, but I don't know. I feel like, not health-wise, I don't feel blah. Just, I don't know. I just feel like sad, I guess, for no reason. Hashtag depression. So yesterday I went into the city and I had my Japanese lesson, and that was lovely. I listened, where did I put my phone? Oh, right here. So I listened to quite a bit of The Chemist yesterday by Stephenie Meyer, 20% of the way through it. And remember, this is a 17-hour audiobook, so to be 20% of the way through it, oh, 22%. I have 13 hours and 19 minutes left. So far, it's pretty good. It's like nothing I've ever read before. How would I describe it? So there's, sorry, my hair is like, woo. So yeah, there's a lady and she's a super talented chemist that used to work for the US government. And now she's like on the run from the US government. You know, the book goes into detail about her life on the run and how she has to set up all these elaborate traps to keep herself safe. It's just cool to hear about, you know, life on the run, I guess, is exciting. But it's pretty good so far. It's a lot better than Nevernight. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, and I did start reading the Devouring Gray. I read it a lot while I was commuting yesterday, and then I took like an hour-long bath this morning and I read in the bath. And I am on page 146 of 380 something. As far as the spooky vibes, this book is like 100%. I would say one of the best books you could pick up for this time of year if you want a spooky vibe. There's a spooky town, a really spooky forest. People in the town behave kind of strangely, especially her aunt is always muttering creepy things. Violet Saunders comes back. Her family is from this town, and then they moved away, and now her and her mom just came back. Her family was one of the 4 founders, so Hogwarts vibes, because it was founded by 2 women and 2 men. I guess they have the power to keep this beast at bay, and it's a lot like Stranger Things and the Upside Down, where you can slip into the gray, which is a totally grayscale world, and supposedly where this beast lives. If you can figure out one thing about me, it's that a writing style that I feel like is trying too hard immediately turns me off. I feel like Nevernight kind of does that, like it's trying really hard, and some of the stuff Jay Kristoff says is genuinely funny, but he'll say stuff like Mia pointed at her temper and told it to go sit in the corner, and I just don't like it when it's hard to explain, but as I've said before, I'll say it again, I like a very simple, straightforward style of writing, and I feel like the Devouring Gray and the Chemist both are like that. The only qualm I have about the Devouring Gray is that I still feel like I'm not quite clear on what's going on, even though I'm, you know, 146 pages into the book. I'm just gonna have to keep reading before I can have a concrete opinion on this, but I will say that the spooky fall creepy vibes, the atmosphere 100% fits what I would say is a spooky book, so definitely hit the nail on the head with that. Since it's such a nice day, it does feel like kind of a shame to spend it indoors, but there is stuff I need to be doing around the house, cleaning and tidying. So I think I'm going to listen to The Chemist while I house clean. Again, thank God for Libby and audiobooks, because who wants to just clean all day in silence? Not me. So you just saw me kind of tidy up the kitchen a little bit. It's still a huge mess, especially this area and this little cart. This thing right here came with the apartment. Like, you guys don't understand how much I hate my kitchen. I hate it so much because it's so narrow, and that is literally the only counter space I have. So I've been thinking of getting rid of these two things and actually getting a kind of table with storage underneath, because like this thing is so old and gross, and this just gets cluttered up with crap. I'm gonna keep working on the kitchen and I will show it to you guys later. It is quite a bit later now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, still on Sunday. You're seeing me from this angle. I'm backlit. You usually see me, ooh, that's too bright. You usually see me from this angle, but yeah, so the lighting is pretty bad right here. As for The Chemist, I am 30% of the way through it, so I have 11 hours and 52 minutes left. It's pretty good. We've had a couple twists and turns. That was enjoyable. This is the face of regret because I'm cleaning my kitchen, and the Marie Kondo way to clean your kitchen is, or to clean anything really, is you take everything out and then you put it back in an orderly fashion. I took everything out and my house is a freaking disaster. Waist deep in this project. There is no turning back now. I've got to see it all the way through. It will most likely take me the entire day, and probably then I still won't even be done. Gosh, dare I show you the mess that is my apartment right now. It's just a freaking disaster. Everything needs to be tidied up. So this is the state of the kitchen right now. I need to go through all these and dispose of the expired ones. I did mostly clean this little card out. So yeah, I gotta clean this whole like back wall. Yeah, that's my counter space. Thanks, Japan. Gotta do all these dishes, gotta still clean up this area. So yeah, I'm gonna be here a few more hours. Wish me luck. It is a lot later now. It is 5:30 on Sunday the 13th. So I changed my shirt because I didn't want to get my latte and pumpkin shirt dirty. I am 46% of the way through the Chemist. Oh, you can't really see, but I have about 9 hours left. I have been cleaning nonstop this entire time. My body hurts so badly. So I have made quite a bit of progress in the kitchen. That's all dishes I just washed. I still need to wash some more, but there's no space. Cleaned this out quite a bit. Need to dispose of all of that, so just the amount of waste is lovely. Good job, Jennifer. Finally organized the spices. Oh, there's a lovely breeze coming through the window. It's so nice. I did make a decent amount of progress on the kitchen. I still freaking hate this ugly thing. I want to get rid of it. I'm gonna go look at the home goods store tomorrow and see if I can't find a, you know, waist-high table that has some storage underneath. So I am freaking exhausted. This is what my living room looks like. It's just, I got too much stuff, man. And for someone who, there's the boys way back there. For someone who is an expat, lives abroad, you know, you just should not have this much stuff. And I blame BookTube for this whole situation. I'm freaking exhausted, so I'm going to cook some dinner and then have my bonding time with the boys and just call it a night. But I'm glad I was able to be super productive cleaning the kitchen and still read at the same time. Thanks to audiobooks, again, the unsung heroes of the literary world. You want to know the thing I hate most about Japan? There it is. Can you hear it? A freaking town announcement. As I'm trying to relax, listen to my audiobook, and eat some ice cream. The noise pollution in this country never stops. For someone who has an anxiety-based sound sensitivity disorder, it can be rather frustrating. Shut up, dude! God! Do you hear? Every day. Every single day, multiple times a day. That. Good morning, you guys. It is October 17th, around 7:30. I'm trying to hurry up and get ready for work, but I realized I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I haven't checked in. So I think the last time you saw me, I don't know, I was complaining about noise, which is, you know, I have misophonia, so I'm gonna complain about noise on a pretty regular basis. So I finished reading The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. I loved it. I thought it was so good. Like, you would never in a million years read that book and be like, oh, this is a Stephenie Meyer book. Like, if you didn't know that she had written it, it was like she became a whole new author. So I don't know if I said what it's about, but there's a girl who, she used to work for the US government, and they called her the Chemist because she would use chemical weapons, I guess. She would use chemicals and concoctions as weapons to get criminals to talk. She was an interrogator. I liked it a lot, but I looked on Goodreads and it doesn't have the best reviews. And I feel like it's just because people don't want to give Stephenie Meyer a chance after Twilight. And I started reading, or I started listening to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I started listening to that on Libby 2 days ago, maybe? Let's see here. I'm watching myself. I just uploaded a video called I Read 15 Books in a Month, and I don't like it. Am I only 10%? Okay, no, I'm 22% on The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Anyway, I'm watching the video of myself, and I don't like it because I'm so boring when I talk about wrap-ups. Like, I haven't figured out how to get my personality across on wrap-ups. It's not very good. I need to do something about that. Wrap-ups are my least favorite video to film, so I need to figure out a way to make them fun. I also noticed while I was editing this video, and I just did it again, I like sniff, and it's because Japanese people do it. Like, Japanese people sniff all the freaking time and they don't blow their nose because blowing your nose is considered rude. But in America, it's like the exact opposite. If you were to just sniff, sniff, sniff over and over and over again, people would be like, can you blow your nose? But the exact opposite here. So if you were to blow your nose loudly, people would be like, ugh, like it's bad manners. And now I've become a sniffer. So that's just great. I have not read any more of Nevernight. I am enjoying a nice little break from that freaking book. Oh great, the battery's about to die. Woohoo. I'm on page 164 of the Devouring Gray. I still don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you. The battery is flashing. I gotta go to work. I've got a few classes today, so I probably won't be able to read. In between my classes, I will be studying Japanese. What else? Because we have less than a month before I have to take that test. No, a little over a month. 6 weeks. Anyway, I'm rambling. Time for me to go. I will check in with you later on. So, have a good day. Right when I decide that I'm going to film a YouTube video, this happens. And apparently they are cutting down trees, which means they're probably gonna build a house right there. Which means I'm gonna have to hear construction noises for the next 6 months. This is just lovely. Hello, it is Friday, October 18th, around 4:30. Just got home from work. I feel like crap. So today I was playing my favorite game, which is it my fibromyalgia or is it the flu? Because it's very difficult to tell the difference between the two things. When I am having a flare-up, my whole body hurts and I just feel like, ugh, like no energy, and I don't know if I'm getting sick or if it's just my fibromyalgia. So that is lovely. This is gonna be the last clip before I sign off and put this vlog to bed. So let's give you some reading news. As for The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, 54%? Is that it? Hang on. I'm checking Libby. Sometimes it doesn't update right away. Okay. I guess I am 54% of the way through The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book is all over BookTube. Maybe not now. I'm late to the game on a lot of things, but people talk about this book all the time. And Taylor Jenkins Reid's newest book, Daisy Jones and the Six. Everyone talks about that book, and I liked it. It was good. I only gave it 4 stars, though it didn't blow me away. But The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is about a Hollywood starlet who is now in her late 70s, but she's described as a Cuban woman with very tan skin, dark brown eyes, but bleach blonde hair and thick straight eyebrows, and just like a sex pot bombshell. She has decided that she's gonna tell her life story, and Evelyn Hugo will only tell her story to this one lady. And we don't know why she's chosen this kind of unknown journalist. And Evelyn Hugo is like, I'm gonna tell the truth about my life and all my marriages. And so that's what the book is about. 54% of the way through it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. As far as the Devouring Gray, I'm on page 222. I still don't feel like I really know what's going on, or I don't have a connection to any of the characters. Maybe stuff's just happening a little bit too fast, and I'm not really sure what's going on, so I can't really make a concrete opinion on this. I think I'm just gonna have to finish it and then see how I feel about it, but I don't know. I feel like something's missing and I can't quite put my finger on it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Some good news, I did purchase a countertop thingy. You'll see it when it comes from the home goods store, and it's gonna be delivered on Sunday. So I can actually have a countertop in my kitchen and use it to prepare food. So that is really exciting. Haven't had one for the past 3.5 years. So like my rice cooker is on the floor and my blender is on the floor. So Japan does not believe in counter space. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you in my next reading vlog. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't joined the fam already. That's about it. See you guys later.